It is 11:32, so we will go ahead and get started. Are we ready, AV, for live streaming? Yes, live stream is up. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for staying this morning, either here at church or on YouTube. I am Kim Zeman, your current president of the Board of Trustees, and this is our second town hall. And the bell is ringing to bring more people in. This is our second town hall in preparation for our spring 2024 congregational meeting next week on Sunday, June 2nd at 11:30. And Oscar will share our opening words.
Yes, indeed. I don't know if we can pipe the audio from this room out there, but that might be also a reminder for folks out there to move this way. So our opening words are from Emily Richards, who writes, "We gather this day in a sacred space, kindling a fire that burns here in our chalice and in our hearts. We gather to engage in a different kind of worship, one that doesn't include sermons or hymns, but is holy nonetheless. We gather to honor our covenant and engage in congregational life, doing the necessary work to ensure that this community thrives. We gather together as a people of faith guided by love, a love that burns as bright as the flame in our chalice. We light this chalice as we have done so many times before, for the warmth of love, the light of truth, and the energy of action."
Thank you, Oscar. Well, welcome to all of you. This meeting is designed to help you understand what will be presented at the congregational meeting next week, including candidates for the Board of Trustees and Share the Plate partners. For any of you who are newer to the church, we hold 2 congregational meetings per year, one in the spring and one in December. At these meetings, the Unitarian Church of Lincoln members exercise their democratic process. So this town hall is designed to give you space to consider and ask questions. We will be outlining the voting process for the spring congregational meeting toward the end of the town hall. For those of you watching on YouTube, please put your questions into the live chat and we will do our best to answer them. There's a bit of delay between your typing and our reading. For those of you in the sanctuary, please raise your hand and we will bring you a microphone, or I will repeat the question for those who are watching online. Before we talk about what we'll vote on at the congregational meeting, for those of you who have not heard yet, I wanted to share about our interim minister search. Most of you have heard this news already, but we are so excited to announce that Reverend A.J. Galazin has accepted our offer to be the next interim minister at UCL starting on August 1st. I just found out that Laura Lee Woodruff knows Reverend AJ from back when they were worship associates together in Minneapolis. So that's exciting news to have that connection. Reverend AJ is currently serving as the interim minister in Ames, Iowa. He has previous experience as an intern minister and a chaplain. He has served congregations in Wisconsin, Canada, Texas, and Iowa. Wherever he has worked, he has learned new things and met interesting people, and he's really excited to begin ministry here in Lincoln. He is a graduate of the United Theological Seminary of the Twin Cities and also has training as an interim minister. Reverend AJ's home is near the Apostle Island National Lakeshore in northern Wisconsin with his husband Matthew, a psychiatric nurse. They enjoy hiking in the woods with their 2 standard poodles, exploring the world off the beaten track. AJ's primary interests are worship, art, interfaith and small group ministry, spiritual practices, religious history, and constructive theology. Through our extensive interviews and reference checks, the search team feels we are well matched with Reverend AJ. His excitement and passion for interim ministry, as well as his curiosity and compassion, will help guide our congregation in the interim process of searching for our next settled minister. He just did that same thing for Ames, Iowa, and they have called their settled minister. Well, now we will share the nominees for Share the Plate for the next church year, so that we have. Our church selects 10 nonprofit organizations in Lincoln. We have them come, share about their organization, then collect money for those nonprofits. We also try to have an ongoing partnership with those organizations. Judy Hart will come forward and share those organizations in no particular order.
Thanks, Kim. There's 24 of these, so bear with me. These are all nominated by people in our congregation. Is that right, Kim?
Yes.
Yeah, so we spread widely through the community, which is wonderful. So Morning Hope Grief Center. Morning Hope offers bereaved children, adults, and families the comfort, understanding, and companionship they need to find a way forward. Morning Hope services are available at absolutely no cost, and no one is ever turned away. The second one, Hope Village. Hope Village will be 250 to 500 square feet homes, primarily for people who've been justice involved, but can be for homeless vets and other homeless people. The rent will be $1 per square foot, so truly affordable. There's no time limit to how long a person can live there, as long as they can pay rent and their utilities. It will be built right across 27th Street from the Matt Talbot Kitchen. Third organization, Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood of Lincoln offers a full range of high-quality sexual health care services without judgment. The fourth organization, Malone Center. The vision of the Malone Center is to create unity and prosperity throughout Lincoln while honoring African American heritage. The Malone Center has a staff of 50, providing services in support and outreach, education, youth leadership, and youth athletics. Has anybody been by there? It's torn down. They're getting ready to build the new one. Yeah, if you drive by Antelope Parkway and Vine, there's an empty space there right now. The fifth organization, ACLU Nebraska. They work in courts, legislatures, and communities to protect the constitutional and individual rights of all people. Number 6 is the Arc of Lincoln. It's a nonprofit advocacy organization that serves people of all ages with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families. Number 7, Brave Bee Child Advocacy Center is a nonprofit organization providing a safe, child-friendly location for conducting forensic interviews and medical evaluations for abused children in southeast Nebraska. Number 8 is Bridges of Hope. They serve and encourage men and women transitioning back into the community after incarceration as they become successful contributors to society. They provide basic household furnishings, clothing, and personal hygiene products. Bridges of Hope works with organizations to provide job training and mentoring. Number 9 is the Center for Legal Immigration Assistance, also known as CLIA. They help immigrants and refugees achieve their dream by providing high-quality legal immigration assistance and mental health services. Number 10 is the ECHO Collective. The ECHO Collective connects and empowers refugee and immigrant women by providing opportunities for personal growth and building cross-cultural relationships in a nurturing environment. The ECHO Collective helps refugee and immigrant women overcome the barriers that they face in rebuilding their lives in the United States. Number 11 is Lincoln Literacy. Their mission is to strengthen our community by teaching the English language, a variety of literacy skills, and job skills to people of all cultures. Number 12, Willie's Underwear Project. They provide underwear and sweatpants and t-shirts and socks to school nurses and counselors for when a student is ill at school or has an accident and needs a change of clothes to be able to return to class. Number 13 is an organization called Some of Us for All of Us. Because talent is distributed equally, but opportunity is not, Some All pays for lessons, instruments, and dance gear for underprivileged children ages 5 to 17 in Lincoln, so that finances are not a barrier to their participation in performing arts training. Number 14 is the Center for People. The Center for People provides services and programs to our low-income community here in Lincoln that address basic needs and provide opportunities to achieve economic independence. Number 15, community crops. They provide education, advocacy, and experiences to grow local food. As a program of Family Services Lincoln, Community Crops empowers people to grow food through education, experiences, and resources. Number 16 is the Food Bank of Lincoln that strives to alleviate hunger in southeast Nebraska. They serve 16 counties where an estimated 48,100 people are food insecure. Number 17 is the Indian Center. Their mission is to provide value to the American Indian community by creating and obtaining programs that empower self-sufficiency and positive quality of life standards in individuals and families. Number 18, Nebraskans for Alternatives to Justice, an association of community groups and prison-based groups offering experiential workshops in personal growth and creative conflict management. Number 18, the Asian Community and Cultural Center. They support and empower all refugees and immigrants through programs and services and advance the sharing of Asian cultures and other cultural heritages of our clients with the community at large. Number 20 is the League of Women Voters, a nonpartisan political organization that encourages informed and active participation in government. They work to increase understanding of major public policy issues and influences public policy through education and advocacy. Number 21 is the Bay. In addition to being a skate and skateboard park, coffee shop, and art house, the Bay engages youth through peer support and mentorship via experiential STEAM, S-T-E-A-M, and physical education. Sponsors Bay High, a focused program partnership with Lincoln Public Schools, and provides 8-month gap year programming designed to help youth plan for their futures with industry knowledge, skills, and paid internships. Number 22, Little Free Pantry at the Unitarian Church of Lincoln. The money raised through Share the Plate would be used to purchase non-perishable foods and other household items in bulk to be distributed through our pantry at the Unitarian Church. The beauty of the Little Free Pantries are that they are open 24/7, 365 days a year throughout neighborhoods in Lincoln. Number 23 is Out Nebraska. They believe in a Nebraska that embraces and celebrates the full spectrum of LGBTQIA2S+ people. Often, LGBTQIA2S+ Nebraskans experience discrimination, disparities, and isolation, particularly transgender people and people of color. Out Nebraska is dedicated to empowering, celebrating, and growing LGBTQIA2S+ communities in Nebraska. Number 24 is the NAACP Lincoln Branch. Every spring, the NAACP Lincoln Branch grants community service scholarships of varying amounts to Lincoln High School graduating seniors who will attend a post-secondary accredited institution. Since the founding of the Lincoln chapter of the NAACP, the Unitarian Church of Lincoln has been a strong supporter of the organization and its good work in our community. And the last organization on the list is Baby and Me. Baby and Me is a local nonprofit which serves working parents who are on leave by providing them with diapers, wipes, grocery gift cards, and a postpartum wellness gift basket for the first 4 to 6 weeks of being home with their newborn. So wow, we live in a remarkable community, don't we? Yeah.
I have a question.
Alan, here,
How much money is typically raised for these organizations? Kind of high, low, average? How trivial or substantial is it?
Our average Share the Plate is probably a couple $100 each time we do it. I think the high has been around 500.
And we can only choose how many?
10.
Damn.
I know. I know. But
Maybe
you know
we
what?
can have a couple wild cards somehow in there, or do 2 a month or something.
But it means that somebody in this church family is working with that organization. They know about it to bring their name forward. So not always money, it's also hours.
And is that list and the description on our website somewhere to
What
find?
a great question, Karen. I'll see.
Yes, it is. That list is on our website on the governance page under the spring congregational meeting information.
With more information.
With more information than what we just shared here. So, and I have to apologize. There was one that was left off last week. The Baby and Me was left off the list. It was missed when it was submitted, and so we have added that. So please note that. All right. Are there any more questions? Oh, we got one in the back here.
Just a quick comment. I don't know if this happens every year, but last year we took the ones that were like the 11th through 15th place and we did our Christmas service with them, the Stranger Share a Fire. So there remains a possibility a few more of them will get hit.
Wonderful.
Hit in a good way.
All right, as we shared, the 10 organizations that received the most votes will be our share, the plate recipients for the church year. And the list is on our website if you'd like to review those. And all those nominations come from this community, so we appreciate the nominations provided by our church community. All right, next, Shelley from the nominations committee will share a little bit about the nominations committee and introduce our candidates for the Board of Trustees.
Thanks, Kim. My name is Shelley Fowler, and my pronouns are they, them. And closer? Closer. I am part of the NomCom, the Nominations Committee, and we want to say that we really appreciate everyone who even considered being nominated this time. And going forward, if you ever have a thought of somebody who might be a good candidate, just let us know. And I will introduce, we have 3 candidates, and it looks like one is here. I was told none were here. One is here? Yeah, yeah. So first I would like to introduce Sue Goebel.
I still have nothing to say. I cannot claim that I did not know this would happen, and yet I still have no agenda. I would like to be helpful. I would like to do what I can to keep this place open, keep it running. I've been Unitarian. I started coming here in high school with my best friend in 1967. I signed the book in 1987 when my son reached 3, and I decided we had to come somewhere. I raised 2 kids in the church. I spent probably 15 years teaching Sunday school, serving on committees and whatnot. And here I stand before you, ready to do it again.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
What position on the board is Sue a candidate for?
These are all the regular,
Like members at large?
yeah, members at large.
Thank you.
Mhm. And the next one that I have listed is Leslie Ryan. It's a little different from up there. And since Leslie's not here, then I'll just read through her bio for you. Current or past involvement and experience in our church. Leslie's been a church member since 2001 and has served on the Board of Trustees many years ago. Currently, she's an organizer for the 6300 Dinner Club and participates in an active open circle each month. In the past, she's taught OWL, Our Whole Lives, at the church as part of the Religious Growth and Learning Program, and occasionally been seen in the kitchen serving coffee. Her goals for the future, if elected: the Unitarian Church of Lincoln, like many churches, is facing difficult times. Staff and budget constraints, declining attendance, and an aging sanctuary are some obvious issues, but I believe we have a strong congregation and a very visible presence in the community. My goal for board service would be to strengthen, protect, and grow the religious community I value, rather than to advocate for any particular issue or agenda. In 20+ years, I've seen church structures and issues come and go, but my hope is that this church is still strong and healthy 20+ years from now. And some other personal information about her: she's had multiple and diverse professional careers, ranging from Federal Immigration Services Officer to Medicaid research analyst. She's worked for Planned Parenthood for a while and been a medical editor. She raised her kids in this church, and right now she's serving for several nonprofits in Lincoln and belongs to a rather eclectic book club. That sounds like fun. And our third candidate is Michael Stratman, and he says his current and/or past involvement and experiences in the Unitarian Church of Lincoln. He's been a member of the church since 2015 and currently serves as the co-chair of the Grounds Task Force. He's served in a number of positions throughout the church, including a transitional role on the management team as we transitioned into the program council model. He has served as a cluster leader for the facilities group to the program council and on the facilities committee. Previously, within the church, he's been active as an RGL volunteer and have also been involved with a number of committees, groups, and projects over my time with the congregation, he says. His goals for the future, if elected, his goals would be for his possible term on the board, would be to continue the strong leadership previously demonstrated by our elected leaders as we move deeper into a period of profound transition. The trends in membership activity and general demographics are clearly manifesting themselves in many areas, most notably the financial position of the church. It is impressive that we work within the burgeoning restraints to continue to fulfill our mission and search for ways to ensure continued growth for the community. And some personal additional information about Michael. His current professional position is the Associate Director of Collection Management for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where he oversees the physical collections of the largest library in the state of Nebraska. He is active in a variety of statewide and regional work with libraries and archives. He has previously served as the Executive Director of the Nebraska Library Association for over 7 years, providing leadership and support of a nonprofit organization. In that role, he developed an understanding of many aspects of nonprofit board work, including operations administration, advocacy, volunteer coordination, finance, strategic planning, and fundraising. He currently teaches library administration and management as an adjunct facility for Central Community College, where he creates and delivers curriculum based on many of those same skill sets to help create leaders in a nonprofit, community service-based profession. So those are our 3 nominations. Is there any other questions?
You might have said 3 nominations for 3 positions.
3 nominations for 3 positions. Yes, that is correct.
Thank you so much, Shelley. Yes, we have 3 open positions on the board and 3 nominations, so this is an uncontested election. 3 members will be leaving the board: Meg Maring, Joellen Polzine, and me. Elle Stratman will also be stepping down from the board after filling in for Dorothy Ramsey for the past year. We thank all those people for their leadership. The board has 12 people. There are 9 elective members to the board, plus ex officio members of the treasurer, minister, immediate past president, and program council chair. The congregation elects the board of trustees members, and then at the June meeting, the board of trustees then elects their officers for the year. Are there any other questions about that? The next order of business is to review the minutes from the winter 2023 congregational meeting. We will be voting on the approval of these minutes at the spring congregational meeting on June 2nd. Those meeting minutes are online on our governance page. We will note any changes and amendments and get those updated. I did get some information from Mary Summermeyer on some minor edits to make. So if you have anything to add or change, please raise your hand and we will bring you a microphone. Anything online? No comments online? If you do notice anything,
There's one small thing.
yes.
It's a misspelling. A misspelling. The place where Oscar was when he did his sabbatical is misspelled. It's supposed to be Bessel's Green.
Okay, we will note that. Thank you. Yes.
And take the editor out of the office.
All right. If you do see anything else as you're looking these over, please email either myself or Meg or both of us, and we will get those changed. Okay. Well, here is what you can expect at the spring congregational meeting. We'll start the meeting at 11:30 after the service. It will be both in person and on YouTube live stream. The items we will be voting on are the winter 2023 congregational meeting minutes, the candidates for the open board of trustees position, and the share the plate nominees, of which will take the top 10. We'll also hear reports from our minister, the board president, our treasurer, and the program council chair. The spring congregational meeting is a time we get to hear about many of the remarkable things that have happened in our church community over the past year. And then finally, our unsung UU for the year will be revealed. Every year, we celebrate someone from our church community whose actions inspire, support, and express Unitarian Universalism in the Lincoln Church and the community. Are there any questions about what we've shared so far and what we'll vote on? Or anything else? Well, because of our multi-platform format, not everyone will be in the sanctuary, and so to give everyone a choice, we'll be once again voting online as we have been for the past few congregational meetings. So immediately following the meeting, you will receive an email from the church office with a link to the Google form ballot. If you need to update your email, please do so as soon as possible with the church office. There'll be instructions on the Google form ballot on how to vote. Please follow those instructions closely. Once you're done with your voting, you'll click the submit button and it'll go to the church office for counting. For those of you who do not have electronic means of voting or do not wish to vote online, we do have the option of a paper ballot. So please let the church office know. Only church members in good standing may vote, and you will have 48 hours after the email to complete your voting. The results will go out in the Friday e-blast after the meeting. Are there any questions about the voting process? We've done this several times now. Are there any questions about anything else? This might be the shortest town hall ever. Not that I'm complaining about it being the shortest town hall ever. All right, our closing words. I have them up here too.
All right. Our closing words are from Kathy Huff. Our time in this place may have ended, but our connection to each other and the community remains. Together, may we walk the path of justice, speak words of love, live the selfless deed, trod gently upon the earth, and fill the world with compassion. Until we meet again, blessed be.